Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you guys here. Now, today is Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019, and guess what? Cryptocurrency took a tear. It went upwards. Now, I was saying 50-50 whether it go down or up. Well, I guess it's decided, and the 50% chance that I said is going up is going up. And so she's went up. But this, I want to warn you guys now. We're not out of the bear market yet. I figure we're out of the bear market when we cross 6,500. Then we're laughing and we're on our way when we cross 6,500. That's what I figure. Anyway, let's get the chart started right here, and let's take a look here at Bitcoin itself. We're looking at 1 minute. It's going along level right now with a slight upturn to it, but this is a big raise in price here, you know. Actually, no, it's not. Let's go back a little bit further. Here's the big raise in price. Man, some spike up. You know what? I would care to bet that it's one of two things causing this. Either somebody is buying in, big time, buying in, or it could actually be Venezuela causing this. Because I talked about Venezuela a little while ago, and they're buying more and more Bitcoin all the time. They're buying more and more of the mining production up. They're snatching it up. All we need is a few more countries to get in trouble, you know. And I can think of countries that could get in trouble really quick. One comes to mind right now. But anyway, it's a lot bigger than Venezuela, and it's starting to get in trouble really fast. And Bitcoin sales in that country could go ballistic. Also, I believe that if the people there try to buy silver or gold, I think they have something called a VAT charge or something like that. Anyway, suffice to say. So let's take a look at cryptocurrency market capitalizations today. And by gosh, we've gained a lot. I mean, it was like in the 130 billion something. Now it's 166 billion, 205 million. With a Bitcoin dominance of 50.8%, and look at these straight ups. They're going straight up. Litecoin is up a lot, 20.22% at $72.80. You know, just yesterday it was $60. Now it's $72.80. That's $13 in 1 day per Litecoin. You know? So, I mean, you're looking at multiples there. If you've got like 100 of them or something, or you got 10 of them or whatever, you're looking at multiples of that $13.80 roughly it's up, you know, to just in 1 day, 22.22%. XRP, 34.8 cents, so XRP's up 11%, 13% up for Ethereum, it's $160.35. EOS is $4.85, it's up 15%. Bitcoin Cash, wow, she's on a tear. She's up 31.2% at $219.78, you know. In fact, they're all up. Cardano's up a lot, 14%. All the coins are up today. It's an up day. It's really upbeat, too, you know. Now, we're going to take a look at an article here. It says, anybody's guess, Bitcoin suddenly surges, and it leaves the experts baffled why it surged upwards. Well, I can tell you, one of two things happened. Either it's some sort of a whale coming in. He's filling his purse with coins because he thinks they're not going to go any cheaper than right now, which is a very big possibility. That's what it is. Or it could be that Venezuela is sucking up a lot of coins, or it could be a combination of the two. You know, I know Venezuela is sucking an amazing amount of coins because people there are using it. Actually using it to circumvent the currency that they have, which is a failing currency. Now let's take a look at this article. Data shows that Bitcoin is now the main method of international payments. It overtakes Visa and overtakes PayPal. That's amazing, you know. When I first saw that, I said to myself, is that an April Fool, you know? So I took a look here, and I said, I seen it was published on April 2nd, you know. And so, yeah, it must be straight. It must be right. Bitcoin is now the main method of international payments? Oh boy, you know these guys out there who are diehard against Bitcoin, and they say they'll never buy Bitcoin. I can think of a couple of them offhand, but you know, eventually they're going to be. The longer they go, and they decide they're never going to touch Bitcoin, the more they're going to be kicking themselves. You know what I mean? Because as this thing goes up and up and up like a monster, like the monster it's going to become, and it is a monster. I don't know. It's almost like these movies when a giant dragon starts to come up out of the ground, you know, and he starts breathing fire, and who's gonna stop it? I mean, the thing is like the size of the Empire State Building. You know, it's like Godzilla. That's what this thing's like, honest. And they've let this thing loose on the world, and over the years, if there was any flaw to it, any super big flaw, one of the biggest flaws is what's called a 51% attack. But it's never happened, and the miners would have to get all together and link into some sort of an organization to cause that to happen, and it's kind of an unlikely sort of thing, kind of an unlikely scenario. But other than that, it doesn't have very many flaws to it that could make it actually break down. It seems to function really well, and it's been tried and it's been tested. It's been tested now over 10 years. If there's flaws to it, I know that there's been people who have went in and they've hacked their way in and they've stole Bitcoins. But it's never been Bitcoin's fault. The flaw has always been with the exchange or whatever. Generally an inside job, you know, that somebody works at the exchange and they get the passwords or whatever, and then next thing you know, Bitcoin has been stolen, but they had the passwords to the exchange, or they had the keys to the exchange. You know, that's not Bitcoin's fault. Bitcoin can't control that. So, anyway, it says research data tapped in from international remittance service providers has shown that Bitcoin is now the major method used in cross-border payment. Data collected by Data Light experts shows that in 2018, an average Bitcoin transaction volume was 450 times higher than Visa's average in the same line. The sum of 3.4 trillion transferred with Bitcoin in 2018 is 58 times higher than that of PayPal. You know, people are catching on. It says the investigation compares Bitcoin data with the information provided in the 2018 annual reports of some notable international payment options, like Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal, provided in their 2018 annual reports. While there was a noticeable market capitalization changes in Bitcoin at the end of 2017, still Bitcoin's capitalization was comparable to Visa's. And it shows Bitcoin in the comparisons here in the chart. It says, despite the volatility of Bitcoin compared to traditional market assets, Bitcoin surpasses centralized payment systems in most of the indexes employed. Consider the transaction volume. Bitcoin stands out. The digital asset overtakes PayPal and is very close to MasterCard. Says the Data Light experts calculated the average sum of a transaction and discovered Bitcoin's is thousands of times ahead in this aspect. Bitcoin's 40,000 is 450 times larger than Visa's. What this infers is that Bitcoin network is more suitable for larger international payments. Evidently, the average payment's $40,000 that they transfer. So I guess what they're doing is a lot of people are moving very small amounts of money with these other transfer services, but they're saving the big transfers, and this would make sense. When you make a big transfer through some company, in fact, a lot of these companies will limit you. Like I know Western Union, you're limited to how much you can transfer, unless you're, and you know, if you want to transfer a large amount, Bitcoin is the cheapest way to do it, really, because they charge you like, if you're transferring like $200 million, they charge you like $200,000 just to transfer it. Well, Bitcoin, you can transfer it for just $10. Well, which would you take? To lose $200,000 or to transfer? I bet you the banks are using it to transfer money. It just come to me. Ping! You know? I bet you not only banks, but big corporations and stuff are using it to transfer money now. And that's what this is. That's what this is. Man, I'm telling you, this thing is going live, and there's no stopping it now. There's no putting the horse back in the barn. The only thing that Bitcoin haters can hope for now at this point is that somehow there's a glitch in the network or something, or the internet goes down. They're cheering for the internet go down. Internet go down, internet go down, internet go down to stop this thing. And honest to God, you know, what's the odds of the whole internet going down? If the internet goes down anyway, well, we're all done. We're toast. We're finished. You know, when the stove goes ding, that's us. If the internet goes down, right? So, I mean, what's the point? You know, but you know, the funny thing is I've heard you can still transfer Bitcoin from one wallet to another, even if the internet's down. All you really have to have is electricity. A strange world we live in, you know. Anyway, listen, what was this last article? Anyway, listen, thank you guys for listening to the show, and we'll catch you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.